Previously, online moms.
What kind of principal takes away a student's phone for 3 months? Do you not think your rules are a little too extreme?
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mrs. Wang.
Don't think this is over, Grace Zhong. I know you have got some hidden business out there. And I'm gonna find out what it is.
I saw him today in a meeting with someone that Du thought was a big-time investor or something.
Could be Ho Kang-ping. He's a savvy investor who's known for getting CEOs of promising startups to issue new equity shares to him.
Sexual harassment and wrongful termination? You came on to me.
You are my boss, and you abused that position.
That's bullshit.
No one is going to believe a handsome chap like me came on to you, and not the other way around.
You? You're his lawyer?
Why, yours didn't turn up?
I'm not sure I need one yet. Let's discuss a settlement so we can avoid the embarrassment a trial can bring.
Still in denial, I see. Jaden, the only person who'll be embarrassed by a trial is you.
Jaden, please, let me do the talking. You can make this right, Durrani.
Look, I don't know what he's been telling you, okay? But he's a blatant liar. And if it's compensation that he wants...
Just give my client his job back.
What?
Just give Jaden his job back and we can settle this amicably.
Both of you are crazy. There is no way in hell I'm
Then
giving you...
prepare to face the wrath of the law.
Your choice. Give his job back or face a lawsuit of wrongful termination.
This letter informing me of this ridiculous lawsuit came from Silvani and Partners. That's a move up for you, Robert. Congrats.
Why, thank you, Durrani. That's very generous.
What I don't understand is, why is Jaden's old firm helping him to sue me?
Robert's doing this on the side as a sort of favor for me. You see, Robert and I are old friends. So when I heard about your special history together, I thought he'd be the perfect fit.
Well, then both of you are wasting your time. Jaden, there is no way I'm giving you your
Please,
job back.
talk to me, not my client.
Fine. Why does your client want to come back? Since he claimed that I sexually harassed him.
He's young and talented. He has a whole future ahead of him. He doesn't want a stain on his resume.
That is not my problem, Robert. Look, we can settle this amicably or I'll see you both in court.
Come on, Durrani. The last thing that a new firm like yours needs is a sex scandal.
We'll be fine, Robert.
And what about your husband? And your kids? Will they be fine too?
Get out.
We don't need an answer now. I'll schedule a meeting with your secretary in a few days' time. In the meantime, spend some time with your family and think about it.
I can't say goodbye to the feeling. I've hit the ceiling one more time. Keep aiming high, always reaching for the sky. Ooh, the skies, day and night, reaching higher and higher. It feels like flying, don't it?
Homework?
Check.
Water bottle?
Check.
Art folder? Hurry up, come on.
Guy, hurry up, you can't be late. Hey.
Hey, I'll be in school in the afternoon so I can pick him up after.
Oh, that would be great, thanks. I can do the rest of the days. It's just that with everything happening in the office right now, I don't feel safe leaving Zhong Ming alone in the office for a minute longer than I have to.
It's that bad, huh?
I just don't trust him. I keep expecting to go to work and find out he's changed the locks and forced me out or something.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Anyway, what are you going to be in school for?
Oh, I've got a meeting with Grace.
Grace.
Miss Grace Chang.
Right. Durrani said she saw you having a meeting with the principal as well. I thought everything was sorted with Kai. He's not in trouble again, is he?
Nah, it's not about him this time.
Daddy, I found my folder.
Ah, great. Okay, so I'll pick him up, yeah? See ya.
Bye, Mommy.
Bye.
Good morning, Mrs. Low.
Morning.
Any messages for me?
Only from that Robert. He wants to meet you again at the end of the week. You okay?
I don't think I have a choice.
YOLO.
What do you think, Mrs. Low? What should I do?
I don't know. I'm not the boss. But if you're to bring Mr. Jaden back, you might as well hire me as your legal associate. I was the one doing his job anyway.
Really? Why didn't you tell me?
For what? You would have noticed if you weren't so busy staring at his butt. I'm not so easily charmed. And he good looking meh? Please, I've seen better.
Grace!
Marcus, how are you?
I was about to say the same thing. After that day, how we left things, is everything okay? I'm happy to check in there for you a few times a week, if that's okay with you.
I really appreciate that, Marcus, but I don't think that's appropriate.
Don't look at me as Kai's dad. I'm a medical professional and I'm more than happy to give you a second opinion. Plus, it's so hard for you to leave school. Grace, please, you helped when Kai was being bullied. Now let me help you.
Okay, thank you.
I've got to go pick up Kai, but let's talk more. We can organize a schedule or something. I'm just a call away.
I really appreciate it.
See ya.
Mr. Lim,
Hi, Miss Sim.
is everything okay with Kai?
Yeah, everything's fine.
You know, I am one of Kai's teachers too, so if there is anything, please feel free to bring it up to myself or Mr. Quack. The principal is very busy and might not have enough one-on-one.
Thank you so much for your kind offer, Miss Sim. I will take it up in the future if there's a need to. Have a good day.
You too.
No, I don't want to act too soon. We have to be cautious about such things. Yeah. No, I know he's keen. No, he has agreed. Now it's just new meetup, yeah.
I was just looking for...
He's plotting something. We can't wait for the blow to land.
But he's our boss and a majority shareholder. Even you don't have enough of a stake to outvote him, if it even comes to that.
What about Zhou Tan, Zhou Ming's major investor?
Zhong Ming's oldest friend?
Well, what can you tell me about him?
Not bad, huh? Mrs. Low got game.
Apparently, she's been secretary at some big firms. I should take her out for supper. I'm sure she's seen every scandal in the book.
I wonder what is her type.
Why? Do you want me to put in a good word for you?
No. She seems like she knows how to handle herself. I like that in a woman.
But I gotta say though, Mrs. Low, she saw through Jaden way before I did, you know. She should be the one making the hiring decisions. Or maybe she should be the one running the firm.
Hey, sayang. You have done an amazing job building the firm from nothing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Sorry, ma'am.
You'll be sipping on something so you hate it. You don't even know me, but you...
You know, I saw her meeting with Kai's dad today.
About what?
I don't know, but somehow it didn't seem like it was about Kai.
So, not only is she dabbling with men outside of school, but also getting involved with fathers of students. Well, my lawsuit against her for taking away Amos's phone is a good start. But we'll need more evidence to bring her down. To show the parents and her higher-ups that she's a bad apple and not suited to be a principal. We need to step up on our surveillance.
I have some time during school hours and when my son is in the enrichment.
That's great. Remember, everything you do is for the children. And for Charleston.
You would think with your lawsuit already making the news, she would be more careful.
She's becoming reckless. But that's good for us because she'll make more mistakes. And that's how we expose her.
I can't be the only one who finds this ridiculous, right? I mean, what's to stop kids from using their phones all the time if schools can't even confiscate them during class time? Or bringing in their own personal TV screens for that matter?
If it was anyone else's kid, it would have been a non-issue. But Mrs. Wang has a serious connections.
And a talent for making a mountain out of a molehill. Look, my son has been in emotional distress since the incident. I bet Amos already has like 10 new phones. I swear, Mrs. Wang has had it in for Grace Chung since the PTA meeting, and now this article makes our P look like a naive pushover.
Are you girls reading the article?
Yeah. Does she have a case?
Not a big one. I wouldn't take it on. But I'm guessing the lawyer she hired is happy to earn her money so she can have a day in court.
She doesn't care about a phone or winning the case. She just wants to embarrass the P into stepping back, or better, resigning.
You have to do something about this, too. Amos and Mrs. Wang are already unbearable as it is.
Don't worry, I'm thinking of the same thing.
Due to the rescue.
Hey. Oh, hey. Thank goodness. I thought you weren't coming, and I was going to have to make awkward small talk. I don't have any stories to impress Singapore's biggest investor.
Sorry, I came straight from Kai's school. I think I saw him parking his car outside. It looks expensive.
Oh, yes, there he is. Too enthusiastic. Don't overdo it.
You stood up first. So this guy owns a huge chunk of quartz.
More than 3 times what you do.
Oh, thanks for the reminder. Mr. Tan, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
I've only got a few minutes, so cut to the chase. You're very bold to invite me here without Zhong Ming present. I've known Zhong Ming and his family for decades, so why should I listen to a word you say?
If you could just have a look at our deck,
Yes.
the latest projections.
I don't have time for that rubbish. I trust Zhong Ming, and I don't know anything about the two of you. Other than that, she used to be a sales girl, and have you even finished your O-levels?
Mr. Tan, obviously your time is very valuable, which is why I know you wouldn't be here unless you were interested in hearing what we have to say. So please, have a seat. We promise to keep this brief.
Mrs. Wang's case is weak. Based on the briefs they filed, her lawyer's main argument is that the phone is Mrs. Wang's property and not Amos's. Therefore, the school can't confiscate it. I've seen this being thrown out of courts many times, so they're grasping at straws, really.
Durrani, that's very generous of you, and I really appreciate your time. But I'm confident that the school lawyers have this under control.
Miss Zhang, please. I think you know by now that you're more than just a principal to us. You helped me with Nabila. I would have been completely lost without you. So now, let me help you.
Oh, actually, there's something that I'd like to ask for your advice on.
Sure, anything.
If someone were to omit certain things in their resume and during the hiring process, however, these things don't affect the job at hand, are those grounds for dismissal?
Does it involve any illegal activities?
Oh no, of course not.
Well, it's hard for me to say. I really need to know more, but if they haven't broken any rules and if the details doesn't affect the job, then it's likely that person is safe.
That's good to know.
Oh, and Miss Zhang, I'm pretty sure your lawyer have already covered this. But even though Mrs. Wang's case is not strong, she's still very dangerous. I'm sure she's going to use everything she can to put you down, even though it's not related to the case. So I suggest you settle this quickly, rather than give her time to build her momentum.
I think I like your help. I mean, if you wouldn't mind taking on this case. Whenever I call the school lawyer with questions, he would always give me a 2-hour legal lecture. He doesn't want us to settle, and I'd like to try your strategy. But don't worry, I'll definitely cover the costs.
I'll take $2. The look on Mrs. Wang's face when we outsmart her is payment enough to cover for everything.
that is why we believe we have a legitimate cause for concern.
That's it?
So you knew he was courting Ho Kang Peng?
Zhong Ming doesn't bother me with this kind of trivial news.
But Mr. Tan, if we're right, and Zhong Ming is looking to bring on a major investor like Ho Kang Peng, that could mean a possible dilution of shares for all other investors. It's hardly trivial.
Ho Kang Peng never invests in companies unless he gets a hefty chunk of the voting rights. Maybe even more than you.
And what reason do I have to think that Zhong Ming would do that to me?
He's changed. Quartz has changed him. He's set himself a ridiculous deadline for this IPO and it's made him ruthless. He will do anything, betray anyone to make it happen.
And you know all this based on what? Are you dating him? He dumped you and you want revenge. Is that it?
Mr. Tan, my relationship with Zhong Ming has always been and will always be strictly professional.
Well, I'm sorry. You don't have enough to convince me. And don't waste my time again.
Well, we tried.
Nope. We haven't tried everything.
But where are you going? Oh, sure. Just leave me to settle the bill.
What do you want?
Did she tell you what she did to me?
You should be talking to your lawyer, not me. He's also less likely to bash your face.
Go for it. Then I'll have another charge to add to the list. Just not this side. It's my good side. Tell your wife she's losing. She's not a terrible lawyer, but she's way out of her league here. If she lets me back, I promise to leave on my own after a few months. No court case, no public scandal for your family.
You know, the great thing about living here is that the corridors all have CCTV. I would love to give the police evidence of you keeping me from entering my own home.
I'll have fun, dragging you and your family through the muck.
I tried calling. Did you get my messages?
I did. I thought of changing my number.
Please, Suresh. I need your help.
Thank you for coming. The purpose of this meeting is to help both parties reach a settlement agreement.
Did you like the story in the papers yesterday, Miss Chiang? The editor said that he has brought in more views than any other article this month. And they're eager for a follow-up.
Mrs. Wang, please refrain from speaking to my client directly. Let's keep things civil.
Agreed, as long as you also refrain from speaking to mine, Mrs. Durrani.
Very well. Your case is weak at best. I mean, claiming that the phone is your client's property and not her son's? That argument has been thrown out of Singapore courts before.
Well, it has been argued poorly. See, my client has suffered and she deserves her fair day in court.
Mr. Kumas is the third cousin to the president of the legal society. And I'm confident if he knows I've got a case or not. Besides, this is not our only argument.
We are here as a matter of courtesy to listen to your offer. Well?
Thank you. We seek to avoid any embarrassing outcome for your client. I mean, I'm sure you've seen all the chatter online, right? Saying that her son is spoiled and entitled. And those are some of the polite words that was used.
If you think those names are bad, wait till you read the next article.
Is that all? What about the return of the phone and damages for causing emotional distress?
Well, from what we heard, Amos was already boasting to all his friends about getting a newer, better phone model. We are pleased to know that he has quickly recovered from his alleged emotional distress.
I think we've heard enough, haven't we? Besides, I wouldn't want to rush into an offer and deprive the public of the full truth.
I'll be waiting outside. Ladies?
I'm surprised at you, Durrani. I wouldn't have thought you want to be associated with a woman like that. She may be a principal, but she's a principal on her way out. She'll be of no use to you once she's disgraced.
Mrs. Wang, not everyone does things for personal gain. You have a good day. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. I should have printed out some of the online comments.
It's not your fault. She's enjoying it too much to let go so quickly.
She's got something on you. Something really bad. She keeps hinting about a scandal or something. Do you have any idea what it could be?
I'm afraid not.
Well, whatever it is, I have a very bad feeling about it. We need to be prepared.
What's Kai doing?
He's doing a lot better now. A lot more himself, actually. It's all thanks to you.
It's so much easier to act like I am cold. There's just one question I must mention, all of its complexity. Why? Why? Why?
Kai, when Daddy picks you up from school, does he ever talk to Miss Chang?
All the time.
All the time? Like, every time?
I once waited almost 1 hour while they were meeting in the office. But Dad let me play on my phone, so I wasn't that bored.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry I'm late. Just ordered some food. Should be here any minute. Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Hey, we need level 3. How do you kill the boss?
Jump here,
Yeah, there.
and then double jump, and then you have
This
to...
one.
Ladies, see what I took.
Mrs. Wang, she has her hand on his lap.
I tried to follow them when they left, but I got stuck behind a delivery van.
Where do you think they went?
Some seedy hotel, no doubt.
Really? All three of them?
It doesn't matter what they did. All that matters is what it looks like. And whatever it was, this stinks of impropriety. You've done well, Mrs. Paul.
So, what's next, Mrs. Wang? Are you going to give this to your friend at the paper?
No. I'm going to give it to Grace. What? I'm not unreasonable. I think she deserves one more chance to do the right thing.
What's the right thing?
Hey, I know I haven't asked you in a while, but are you seeing anyone special?
I don't think you've ever asked me that. Is this some sort of love life checkup?
No. No. I guess I just wanted you to know that if you were, I'd be fine with it.
Okay, thanks, I guess.
Not that you need my permission or anything like that. I mean, we're both young and single, and you know, from everything I've heard, she's a really great person, so.
Who? You said she's a really great person. Who are you referring to?
Oh, Grace. But it's fine. I'm fine. I mean, after all, you're on the hottest bachelor list. Then again, Zhong Ming is on that list too, so maybe it's not everything it's cracked up to be.
Min, are you seeing someone special?
Me? No. Wait, you think Zhong Ming and me? No, definitely not.
Okay, I thought you were trying to tell me something.
No, especially with the way things are right now. With the Cold War in the office and him practically throwing himself at me the other day as if I was dying to kiss him.
What? You kissed him?
No. I mean, he kissed me. I'm the victim here.
Guys, are you okay? I'm trying to do my homework. It's a bit loud.
Sorry. I have to bathe. So.
Yeah, I'll clean up.
I don't know why I thought I could change her mind. I felt like such an amateur.
Hey, you had a decent strategy. Make her feel bad about exposing Amos to public criticism. Any mother would want to protect her kid from that.
She's not just any mother, Sayang. I'm not even sure if she's human. Her hair's so big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, how are things with Jaden?
He's coming in again tomorrow. With Robert. What a happy reunion it'll be for all of us. Why do you ask?
He was here yesterday.
He what?
Yep. He tried to tough guy me with some lame threat about dragging our family through the muck. But don't worry. Told him to get lost.
I'm so sorry, Sayang. You know, I should just give him what he wants. Give him his job back.
No, sayang. Please don't do that.
No, the thing is, Sayang, here I am judging Mrs. Wang for not protecting her son, while Jaden is about to drop a sex scandal on our family, which I can stop.
This is why I didn't want to tell you that he was here. Sayang, you cannot let him win. You know that, right? Cheer up, okay? Whenever you feel like giving in, just ask yourself, what would Mrs. Low do? Mrs. Low?
Yeah. You know, I should have sent her in to protect you, right?
Exactly right. But then again, I might be tempted by her badass ways. I bet she's a dominatrix too.
Can you stop it? I'm gonna have to face her at work.
Alright, I'm heading back. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Daddy.
Hey Kai, has Mommy been spending a lot of time with Uncle Zhong Ming?
Huh? I don't know.
How about Uncle Suresh? Has he been coming over often?
I think you should ask her yourself.
So it is Uncle Suresh. Have you seen the two of them together?
Daddy, I have to finish this for class tomorrow.
Is that a yes?
Bye, Daddy.
Alright, see you tomorrow. Love you.
Bye, Sam. Bye. See you later.
Okay.
Durrani! Hey! I got a message from Mrs. Wang. She wants to meet us today.
From Mrs. Wang directly? Not her lawyer? What did she say?
That it would be best not to postpone this meeting. She does love being dramatic. It's very last minute, so I understand that.
No. I'll be there. I have another meeting to attend to first. Although if she's very eager to meet us, I don't think that's good news.
Maybe she's about to reveal her trump card.
Are you sure he's coming?
He said he would.
I wouldn't. What? It's true. He vouched for you, got his friend involved, agreed to sell the company that they carefully built together from scratch. And we turned around and stabbed him in the back.
Look, that was Meng, right? I mean, it wasn't us.
Yet here we are, still at Quartz, still benefiting from the deal that Ming made.
Suresh, thank you so much for coming.
I'm not here for you. I came for revenge. So, where's this big shot investor? No. If I'm doing this, I want to do it on my own.
But you better stick to the script.
We're way off script now.
They are here.
We meet again, Durrani. Auntie, some coffee, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, we are a self-service office. Can we speed this up, please? I have another meeting to get to.
Works for me.
What's this? You've been spying on my client?
If she were my client, I'd advise her to be more discreet in public places.
This doesn't prove anything. They are at a cafe, not a hotel.
So you know where they went after this. Looks like you're the only one who doesn't know what your client's up to. Not a good place to be for a lawyer.
Jaden has been generous enough to do some of the dirty work for you. Though, of course, those photos and their originals will only become yours upon his re-employment.
How did you even know I was helping Miss Chiang? You've been following me too? And then coming over to my house and threatening my family?
It was just a friendly visit. It's not my fault your husband's overly sensitive.
These kinds of tactics are exactly why you don't belong in my firm, Jaden.
These kinds of tactics win cases.
I think my client has made his point clear. You have until the end of the day to revert his termination. After that, whatever evidence that he may have gathered are his to do as he wishes.
I know I'm late for my meeting, Mrs. Low. Just give me a moment, please.
I think she's making coffee, though I wouldn't drink it if I were you. I'm quite sure she put spit in it. Oh, forgive me for dropping in unannounced. I didn't think you'd see me if I called ahead, considering you recently fired my son.
You are...
Edmund Silvani of Silvani & Partners, currently the top lawyer in the top legal firm of the country. But enough about me. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Durrani.
Hi.
They've been in there for ages.
I think it's a good sign, right? I mean, Jotan couldn't wait to get rid of us when we met him. He wouldn't stick around if Suresh wasn't telling him something
interesting.
But is it interesting good or interesting bad?
Suresh, how did it go?
What did you tell him?
The truth. What else? Relax. I was involved with the Quad's accusations, remember? I just want Chomi to pay for what he did.
So what did Jotan say?
Nothing much. Chomi is still his friend. It'll take a lot to make him turn on him.
Well, we did our best.
Yeah. Thanks, Suresh.
I better go.
He told me he worked for you, but I didn't realize he was your son. Why did he leave your firm?
Leave? I kicked him out.
You fired your own son?
You've met him. Are you surprised? Didn't think so. Jaden thought he could do whatever he wanted at Silvani. He had several relationships with different paralegals and junior lawyers. It was such a mess. We narrowly avoided several lawsuits of our own. I told him that he would have to prove himself outside the firm before I allow him back in again.
That's when he applied for a job here. And that's why he's so eager to come back.
Silvani and Partners is not just a family firm. It is his inheritance. And I need him to show me that he's worthy of it. Despite his poor behavior, he is a talented lawyer.
Well, he's excellent at exploiting his opponent's weaknesses. That I have to give him.
So you agree? I was hoping having to earn his own keep in a small firm will bring out his better side. Tell me, Mrs. Durrani, putting aside personality differences, would you take him back based solely on his abilities as a lawyer? Would you give him a second chance?
Well, I don't want to speak badly of your son, Mr. Silvani. And I certainly don't want to anger one of Singapore's top lawyers.
But?
I can't take Jaden back. His methods just doesn't suit how we do business here. I'm sorry.
I understand. But I don't accept. Come on, Mrs. Durrani. I didn't get to where I am today by taking no for an answer. I like your approach here, your candor, if you will. Jaden has much to learn. I'll make it worth your while. We regularly have to turn away smaller clients, and I'll be more than happy to refer them to a firm with integrity. A firm such as yours. Think about it. It's a favor to me.
But I
Good day, Mrs. Durrani. Remember, coffee has spit.
Oh, good, you're here. I was just about to call you.
Grace, I know what this meeting is about. I think someone's...
Ah, Durrani, so nice of you to finally join us. My top lawyer here charges by the minute. Shall we?
Mr. Tan, I didn't expect to see you here so soon.
I wasn't expecting to come, but I've considered your side of events and that of your friend. And it looks like certain behaviors on the part of Zhong Meng may need to be reined in for the good of the company and my investment.
So you'll vote with us?
Yes, but I'll think very carefully before you call that vote, Miss Ho. There are things in friendship and business that, once decided, cannot be undone. I can go into that meeting with a clear conscience because my motives are purely business. But can you say the same?
It's for the good of courts.
I'll see you at the next board meeting.
Please, find our final offer.
You've got to be kidding.
It's more than generous. I could easily expose you for what you are. But I'm giving you the chance to resign with dignity, so they can go back to doing whatever sordid things you get up to in your free time.
What do you mean? What sordid things? What are you talking about? You have no right to interfere with my personal life. This has nothing to do with my work at Charleston.
It does when it's during school hours, which is when many of these meetings happen. Granted, it may have nothing to do with my lawsuit, but think of how it will look to a parent body and your superiors at the ministry. Secret rendezvous with not one, but two men. One of them a parent at your school. I even have teachers who will corroborate your behavior.
You're getting this all wrong.
It doesn't matter what the facts are. As soon as these images hit the public eye, your career is over. Resign and save your reputation. You have 1 week.
Grace, just give me a moment, please. Look, it's a lot to take in. And I know you only brought me on as your lawyer for the phone suit. But if you want me to help you, or anyone to be able to help you, you need to be honest. You need to tell me what's going on.
It's not what you think.
It doesn't matter what I think, Grace. If those photos get out, you're gonna need someone to defend you. And I won't be able to do it because I don't understand what it is. Just call me when you're ready. Don't worry. I'll help you get through this, all right?
Treating this office like their own house.
They must be really angsty. Did you make your special coffee for them?
Of course. Extra condensed milk. That's my girl.
So, when do I start?
It's not gonna happen, Jaden. I'm not gonna risk my firm's reputation and my clients just so you can worm your way back into your daddy's good books.
What did you say?
You heard her.
Dad, what are you...
Enough, Jaden! This is not the way to handle such matters. Now be a gentleman and take the rejection with grace.
She took advantage of me. I have a case.
What case? You know that's not true. You will disgrace yourself, our family name, as much as her if this case of yours makes the news. I will not have it.
Mr. Savani, I'm just trying to help.
My son needs to help himself. And Robert, the next secret case you take without my knowledge will be your last case at the firm, or anywhere else for that matter. Mrs. Durrani, my offer still stands. Yes, Jaden behaved poorly, but like you said, he has talent. And I do believe he will be an asset to your firm. So please reconsider what I said.
You have no right to interfere with my personal life. This has nothing to do with my work at Charleston.
It does when it's during school hours.
You're getting this all wrong.
It doesn't matter what the facts are. As soon as these images hit the public eye, your career is over. Resign and save your reputation. You have 1 week.
Hey, baby, how was your day?
Awesome! Mr. Quack showed us how to do magic with paper clips. They stuck together by themselves.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. Will you show me later? Kai, can you wait for me in the car first? There's something I have to do. Don't drive off, yeah? Miss Chiang, could I have a moment?
Miss Ho, of course. Is everything all right with Kai?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I just wanted to...
thought you should know that, I thought you should know that Marcus and I are not together. He's the father of my son, but that's all.
Oh, you think...
You don't have to say anything. It's none of my business. I just wanted to make it clear. He's a good man. He deserves to be happy.
I wish I was invincible, a warrior, superhero. I wish sometimes I didn't care. I'd dance like there was no one there. Take a deep breath and count to 3. Sing my way back to happy. Let the notes flow like a symphony. Now I can see things differently. Take a deep breath and count to 3. Sing my way back to happy. Let the notes flow like a symphony. Now I can see things differently. Try not to get lost in my mind. I tend to